There we go. Alright guys, what's up? So I'm going to be going over how to replace these drag washers in these reels. These are the cheaper reels come with this soft plastic or soft foam drag washer. And over time, if you start leaving your drag tight when you put up your rods and everything, over time the memory of that foam washer will actually go out. I can show you real quick what I'm talking about. So if you see on my reel, it's pretty tight, but the problem is I don't want it that tight all the time. So if I crank it down quite a bit, I mean, it's pretty loose. So an easy fix, most people just get rid of them, but you really don't have to do that. All you need to do is just replace the drag washers with carbon drag washers. I've done this on some of my cheaper reels, definitely my KS that I use for saltwater. I usually don't use reels with mini ball bearings, and those old Shimano KSs don't have, I think they maybe have 2 ball bearings in them, because that salt water will corrode and just create problems in the reel. So usually don't use those, but for this, these Bass Pro Qualifier reels are actually pretty good for the money. I believe right now they're for 59 bucks on Bass Pro's website. And a dirty little secret about the industry that Lose makes all of Bass Pro's reels. So for instance, if you look at, I bought this on eBay for 12 bucks. I mean, better than spending 59 bucks on a new reel. But if you look closely at this, so these fit some of Abu's reels, Bass Pro reels, Fluger reels, and pretty much all of Lose reels. I'm pretty sure under the Abu Garcia Lose is owned the same. Whatever. But yeah, you'll need some of these. Screwdriver. I like to grease my drag washers a little bit, a tiny bit. I'll show you how to do that, but let's get started. Simply just take this off. And if you're going to be taking off apart your reel, I recommend start putting in order of what you take apart. That's what I do, because I take apart my reels and grease them up and re-grease them, degrease them. I usually don't like spending a ton of money on new products. I'd rather just keep the stuff I have and take care of it. But I haven't taken this apart in a minute, so this may take some time. Take off the nut. The handle comes first. I guess you do need a wrench. Let's see here. I have stripped a couple of these before, and that's not fun. But people ask why do you do this for a cheap reel? Well, this cheap reel has lasted me, I think, 6-7 years, and it's been, for the price, I don't think you could beat it. Maybe the SLX is up there, but for the price, I don't think you could beat it. I tried to look at schematics and I couldn't find any, so just to keep everything the same. I'm really worried about losing order of this stuff. But if you look, so all my stuff is in order. Last thing you want to do is get lost and start putting it back. I have done that before. It is not good. Okay, it should come out. Take off these screws for the cap. Side plate cap, whatever it's called. And this is not for people who've done this before, by the way. So this is for people who are having problems with their fishing reel. And every time they tighten the drag down, they set it on a fish. That's when you really find out if it's bad or not. It should just slide out. There we go. Yeah, if you're gonna do this, have patience because it can be frustrating. All right, let's look here. So this is what you're gonna be replacing, not the pink gear, but there you go. Oh wow, that's why they're stacked. Huh. So yeah, these plastic shims or washers, what can happen over time is if you compress, they actually get brittle, become brittle, and end up breaking. But what we're gonna do is replace these. What a mess. I'm not going to clean it up. I'm just going to put it together, make a quick video. Yeah, this is pretty simple. Alright. Now it looks like we replaced that in between each one. There you go. And then what I like to do is take a little bit of drag grease and very lightly, I'm talking super light, I'm going to clean these off too. I looked online for schematics and I couldn't find any. That's kind of why I'm surprised about the stacking. I haven't taken this reel apart in a while. Just a little bit. Throw that away. Clean these up real quick. And actually what I do when I take these apart, I actually polish this whole thing. Clean it up, degrease it, polish it, and then put I want to say it's Shimano, I think it's called lightning grease or something like that. Alright, so simply just start putting it back together. Ooh. A little bit more. There you go. Okay, drink real quick. I hope y'all had a good Christmas. Hopefully I'm going to hit in the water soon. Been busy with life. What always sucks about this is if you get it wrong, you put it back together, then you have to take it all apart again. back on. I'm gonna keep this off for right now. If you do this wrong too, like I think I've done, hey, shout out to Texas State for getting their first bowl game win. That's huge. Coach GJ is out there balling. Alright, moment of truth. Put this back on. But yeah, if you're not going to replace these, what I'd recommend every time you're done fishing with cheaper reels, back off the drag all the way. That'll make them last a lot longer. As you can see, I've had this reel for about, like I said, 6 years, so. But it's a good tip. Not everyone can go out and buy $200 fishing reels. Of truth. That's so much better. And what happens is these drags get tighter too. Yeah, that's a million times better. Yeah. So the amount of play that you get between the tightness of the drag, actually, you don't have to move it as much to tighten it. Yeah, that's so much better. Can I lock it? Oh yeah, that's perfect. The last thing you do is put on the cap. Super simple video. Not a lot to it. You pretty much just take it out. Make sure you take it off in order, and make sure you buy the right drag washers, because if you don't, it's not gonna work. And don't strip this. I've stripped these. I think these are aluminum, so they don't. Not as strong as steel. And make sure you don't strip it. A little bit tighter. There we go. Oop. The last thing to put on is the grease cap or oil cap. Yeah, I mean, that's usually what goes out first on these reels. And after that is done, yeah, I'm just like they're supposed to. Yep, perfect. The problem was when I was setting, even if I had it pretty cranked down, the problem was every time I'd set, it would just give out. These washers, like I said, over time, they just become crap, foam. But yeah, for 13 bucks. You can put those in dry if you want to. I just like adding a little bit of grease just for my sake, but I mean, yeah, but yeah, pretty simple. If y'all got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll get to them. But yeah, quick, easy video. Merry Christmas to y'all. Hope y'all's family had a good Christmas. Everyone was happy. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a couple of full breakdowns. I think I got one reel that I gotta do completely, and I do it a little bit weird. I polish everything out, I grease everything. I actually use different oils than most people, but yeah. If y'all like more of the content, feel free to subscribe, like, and if you got any questions, let me know. Later.